Hello and welcome to the Political Circuit. I'm your host, Lakson Imran, and I'm excited to kick off the first episode of the year with an intriguing, interesting, and important topic: exploring politics and technology, a journey of curiosity and enthusiasm. On this podcast, we explore how politics and technology intersect. Kodi technology and politics kodi ubale wake kwambiri zimakumana kweni patipo and influence each other and shape the world we live in. From the way technology impacts the political processes to the challenges of regulation and censorship. We will dive into the critical questions that help us to understand the relationship better, more better that is. Komano, I'm not having this conversation deka alone today. I'm here joined by a special guest who brings insights to the table. Wilson Muhammad, welcome to the Political Circuit. And I am happy to have you here. So, can you please introduce yourself to the listeners and share your connection to today's topic? Thank you.
Thank you for welcoming me, Mr. Action.
Thank you.
This is Muhammad, and I do poetry, but currently I'm working as a loader at Malawi Post Corporation, and I'm thrilled to have you as my host and me as your guest. I should introduce myself like that.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. So, as I've said about today's topic, we'll look about some of the few important questions and some of the few aspects of what politics and technology is, and how there's two things. So before we proceed, just need to tell the listeners, this is a conversation between someone who is into technology, someone who a little bit knows about politics and willing to learn more about politics and also even technology. He's just a tech enthusiast, a person amango sangalasidwa kuti technology ndijani komanso politics ndijani, and they are also willing to learn more about this too. So my brother, how do you understand agamana zona kuti politics ndijani? As someone, as a young man, as someone who is really interested in the world aspects, komanso kuti how these forces are driving the world. How do you understand politics? What is politics to you?
I do agree, bro. The way I understand politics as the science of learning the government. I'm saying this because it includes the formulation and implementation of policies, the distribution of power, and negotiation of interest among various stakeholders. Politics matters because it shapes the laws, norms, and structures that govern society, influencing everything from individual rights, the economic opportunities, and social justice. I hope you get me there.
Since you've explained what politics is, in just to add a little bit of what politics is, a process of making decisions. Many amabangido apply to members of a group that is within a context of governance, commercial, political administration. Politics imabanga mata kwambiri chifukwa kuti ndimene imabanga shape ma laws, komanso imabanga create, komanso kubanga born policies and systems amene amabanga impact society's welfare, development, and also justice. So since we are talking about Malawi, and yes, of course, we are doing this for our nation, Malawi, I'm a Malawian, you're a Malawian.
Yeah.
We are hoping in the future to bring more guests and also more conversation about these things. You know, geopolitics. You know, global geopolitics. They also go with with other people to discuss more about this. Komano in Malawi, politics determines resources. Resource allocation, healthcare, education, commerce, and the other public services. Okay, now since we have defined what politics is, so we need to understand. Since we are talking about politics and technology, we also need to understand technology ndijani. Inyomuga mamvesesa kuti technology, maimva technology ndijani, regardless of politics. Technology. What is technology to you, Mr. Wilson Muhammad?
Yeah, I understand technology as the way people apply scientific knowledge for practical purposes in life. I mean, in everyday life.
Yeah. Okay. So you mean to say that people now are using technology in everyday life tukufunaga tukugwisa ntchito technology? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly.
Okay, so this is really important thing, because tikamaona even in terms of history many tukukalira kumalawi kuno. Let's have an example of communication. Kalikale nthawi ya before ma 90s, not ma 90s, I'm sorry, komano mwina ma 1940s, 1930s, 1915 or even 1980s, anthu amapezeka zonna kuti amatumizirana zikalata and so on and so forth. Even still up to now, anthu amatumizirana makalata komano ndi zochepa. You can see kuti every person panova, almost every person amakwanisa kupanga on a cell phone, kapena amakwanisa kutumiza instant messages kukampeza munthu amene afuna mtumizire, regardless kuti kodi munthu yali kutiko. So I just want to agree with you kuti yes, of course, the ikubweresa matools ono kuti akuthandizira kupanga solve my problems komanso kupanga improve efficiency. So what is...
Can I interrupt you?
Okay.
I just want to give some examples.
Okay.
Transformative technologies in recent years.
Yes, of course.
There are things like artificial intelligence, which is culturally known as AI, social media, mobile technology, which increases access to information and services. Those are a few examples that I can give.
Okay, now look, you have touched some of the important topics I really interested in discussing in our further conversation. And also Gabena and other guests talk of artificial intelligence. It's something that is going to me, artificial intelligence is going to take the world. You know, like it's dominating. You find goody in almost my systems ambili. You can even look at Google. Panova, once you search for Google baja, umapezeka zonna goody some suggestions are AI. Goody AI might generate based of your prompt. Whatever you search, something like that. So you find goody AI, artificial intelligence is something that is coming and is coming with full force. So it is interesting. I'll recommend to you and also other listeners, or even to myself, as we are getting longer, we'll have much more to talk about artificial intelligence and also other important things in as far as technology is concerned. So tione kumbali ya godi ubali kapena the intersection of politics and technology. We are trying to bridge the gap between between politics and technology. So, Mr. Wilson Muhammad, how do you understand the intersection? Governor, can you tell us the intersection of politics and technology? What is it exactly? What is it exactly that puts technology and politics together?
Explain like this. Technology impacts political processes by enabling. Technology impacts greatly political processes by enabling new forms.
Political processes, like we're talking of when the electorate voting system, or
that's exactly. Those should be some examples.
Oh, okay, fine, okay.
Yeah. The likes of mobilization, how to mobilize people. You can mobilize people through social media platforms.
Yes.
Engagement as well.
Okay, so what can be an example of politics and technology, real Malawian example, in many Upanga bring together politics, commerce, technology?
Those people who are politicians, they can organize campaigns through social media platforms, and they can prompt people or motivate people to register to the electoral processes.
Yes, of course. And another example, do you remember in 2020 in Tamini Gunali presidential re-election, social media also in Abanga play a big role for Banga amplify discussions. It was social media in Abanga promote transparency, accountability. Even the radio is also technology. So Kuru technology in 2020, if you remember 2020, the radio also played a big role in discussions, trying to get the message far away to the population and also the citizens. So why do many young people Ibanga segment technology from politics? Jifwaja na antwambili anyamata mbili sitimvesesa kwa mbili kodi technology komanso ndi politics timazisiyanisa kapena bwanji, sitimafuna kumvesesa bwanji bwinobwino. Mpezeka zoti kuli anthu ena special for politics, anthu ena so special for technology. Komano we are lacking this understanding of these two together. Why? In your own understanding?
Young people out there, they do see politics as a traditional, as a tradition, something which is bureaucratic process, that is disconnected from their digital life.
Okay.
Yeah, they see as a tradition, something which is primitive, or I should say so.
Okay, so you mean antambili technology samai uona ngati it's like
they see politics, not technology.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But should be young people.
The young people.
Yeah, as a traditional, which is disconnected to their digital life. They do bridge a gap. Digital life and politics, they do bridge a gap.
Okay, so is it that kudi antambili so sitima mvesesa tima panga segment kwambili politics and technology mwina don't you think kudi knowledge is the one that we lack?
I should explain it in this way.
Okay.
Because misconception can can stem or can we should say can build a lack of understanding of how technology shapes political landscapes. You know, and believe that political engagement requires formal participation fully. This is a big misconception, which can build a lack of understanding of how technology shapes political landscapes, and the belief that political engagement requires formal participation in an established system.
Okay, which means that's not true. Okay, so if that's not true, can I get back to my question? You know, should we say we lack proper knowledge of what technology is, also what politics is, because having asked the youth to segment these things.
Sorry, I should interrupt.
Okay.
A quick response. I should say yes, and we should say yes as well.
You are agreeing to my question, Yonagudi, that was not true?
Come again?
You are agreeing to my point, Yonagudi, the misconception you raised. I asked Kudi, which means it is the opposite. So you are agreeing to that. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay. Then Magamba Gudi, can't we just agree? Can't we say Gudi, we are lacking proper knowledge of what technology is, also what politics is, because if on my understanding, I feel like excuse me. Most of us, the youth, particularly the younger generation, the Gen Zs, we choose not to know things because we feel like we don't need to know anything. Like we feel like we just feel like it's enough. We lack basic knowledge of what technology is, also what politics is. This is not only kumbalia politics, also technology. With Antwambili, cinemas was into in a basic way. If we can ask someone who is in standard 8, wow Malawi, I don't think because or even form 4 what is politics.
That's exactly.
I don't think politics what is technology, technology
we limit ourselves to some information. I should say so.
Okay, are you agreeing with me?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay. Then I literally don't understand why is it that technology in the most developed countries, I mean not developed, developing countries, technology ikidwa on a separate side. But yes, of course, that's a topic for another day. So I just want also to hear from you, so we can, we are discussing here since we are trying to bridge the gap between politics and technology. There are few essential things to understand, which are bound between politics and technology. What are these things? I mean, what do you think could be these things that could help us to bridge the gap between politics and technology?
Come again, please.
I was saying, the whole thing of our conversation, also of this podcast, tukufuna kupanga bridge the gap between technology and politics. So, in bridging the gap between the two, there are some essential elements, some essential things which has to be understood to bring these two things together. So they are separate, they are most likely not attached. What are these essential things to be understood so that the relationship between the two should be intact? So I can know, before you continue, I can talk of maybe education about digital governance. Tinasun tunagudi bagwendaga bakalema ethical policies and also political leaders agwena abange recognize technology ngati kuti ndi chinthu chida choti chithandize society kuti ipite pasogolo. So despite doing this, the political leaders, also even the population, agwena sokupanga understand kunazona kuti whatever the thing, whatever it is, politics also imakhala sundi some of its implications. Pena bali vose maflaws isamalepera koma looking at how technology is going now, I think there has to be some little basic knowledge of what technology is in relation to politics. And we lack this understanding. Kudu uonesese kumalai kunoko kwambiri kwa kazi unodwa bwela chintu china chake. Okay.
I just want to give a comment on that.
Okay.
Bringing or introducing this topic to our curriculum. I mean, in education, that is. So the primary level going upwards. Can it be that good?
I think there has been some developments. The idea of technology should be introduced in my school. Now, if you're looking at our topic here, we are trying to bring technology and politics in one thing. We are talking about these things. We are not segregating this. Like, we are putting these things together. You see, so it is really important to learn politics. Also, it is really important to learn technology. Kudi aliyesaka magula zizo kunazona kuti kodi ndali ndijani, aliyesaka magula zizo kuti kodi technology ndijani.
So the people should learn, and we should learn how these two impact each other. That's it. Exactly.
And I remember living Facebook ikubwela kumene kumala ikunoko kunalizoka mbidwa zambiri mbiri kuti sizasananikiza what adu kumati ukapanga ukalemba message uchanchane, you know. So it's like unazona dantu mbiri we do not understand kuti technology ndijani, komanso kuti technology, how are we going to use it in politics. Komanso tikaona kumbali ya politics, politicians ambiri, they are just there for political agendas. They are there for political gains. So most politicians don't understand what politics is. Most politicians do not consider politics as an important subject. So chikuyenera kuzindikira kunazona kuti ngatidziko, we have to learn politics. We have to learn technology. We need to understand kuti technology ndichani. Tikuyenera tizindikire kuti technology ndichani. Zimakhala zinthu zomvetsa chisoni to see some of us don't know kuti we didn't even grow up in families or we had computers. The internet wasn't that close to us, you know. So zinthu tikuzolena these zinthu zina zake zona kuti we need to level up. These zinthu zoti sitinganene kuti patoka pakuyenera government to involve in these developments. So could you bridge the gap between politics and technology? But when Nabakali, I'm repeating, could you Nabakali the education about digital governance, ethical policies, Komasto and Wandale, kapena ma political leaders akwena bange recognize technology ngati a tool to a tool for society progress. Komanso on top of that, and also fail to wena kupanga understand kuti politics ndi chani, komanso ndale ndi chani, komanso kupanga understand kuti ma implications azinthu ziwiri ndi chani. You're with me, Lakson Imran, the host, and here with me is Wilson Muhammad, and there is my guest today. This is political circuit, the political circuit. So to our next question, tufuna kuziwa kunazona kuti how technology can improve political awareness. So mukona bwanji kuti politics ingapange improve political awareness? How?
Come again, please.
How?
Or ask it in a different way.
Okay. Kodi tifusenchichewa kuti okay, kwa anthu amene ali andale kapena kwa anthu amene amapanga zandale kodi angaigwise ntchito bwanji politics kuti apange improve ma awareness awo?
Angaigwise ntchito bwanji politics or technology?
Angaigwise ntchito bwanji technology?
Yeah. I wanted that word.
Okay.
But you can still repeat the question.
Okay, ndukamba kuti kodi kuti anthu andale angagwise ntchito bwanji technology kuti apange improve their political awareness?
Okay. In my own understanding, they can hold me. For instance, an online one, I should say, things like that. They can have their campaigns online.
Okay.
Things like that.
Okay, so you having a campaign, having a rally, political rally online, I think yes, of course, that's important. Komano, what if you say goody? Because imakala goody is online. Most of these political awarenesses, imakala goody, they're aired online. You can stream on Facebook and YouTube, and they are always online. So I think this is a little bit crucial part to understand. To come up with something. Yeah. Demuna mage, we're talking of kukala ndi muna ngari ma applications. Anga madonese real-time news, like having some new applications kudi ma political awarenesses, and wazauna mwajangu kugisa ntchito ma applications yo.
Exactly.
Komanso kuti azikwanisa mwina kupanga educate anthu mwajangu, komanso to generate more leads kapena kukhala ndi participation yochuluka kwambiri. So I think this question of how technology can improve political awareness is a little bit somehow contemporary. So we should say this is not a political platform. As to our listeners, this is not a political platform. Me as a host, I'm not interested in holding this as a political platform. Mainly, this is if we want to choose a side, because this platform is for technology. So politics is just there, since we are living in a world. You can drive these kind of two forces. Politics, commercial, technology. So, as we are about to wind our conversation today, as we're about to end this conversation. Reaching this far, my brother, I would like to thank you again for being with me or for being with us here today. Thank you for accepting our request. We invited you and you accepted. Thank you very much, and we don't take that for granted. So before we finish, I will also have to ask you to say some few things. What can you say about technology in general, and also what can you say about politics in general? What message can you tell to the listeners?
But I wanna say thank you for having me as your guest. You trust me, as you say so. You trusted me that I can share you some information that I have about technology and politics, and I can't take that thing for granted. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
And I should say, we need to research, study, and implement this topic we were discussing.
Okay, thank you very much for being with us. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm hoping to see you again. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of our conversation today. You were with me, Lakson Imran, the host, and my guest, Wilson Muhammad. Until we meet again, stay tuned.